And Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Yay, that was a good Shabbat Shalom, by the way. That was very good. We're going to take you with us every week. That was a good, it was good Shabbat Shalominess. That's very nice. Anyone know the movie, Shabbat Shalominess? That's a quote from a movie. Anyone? Anyone? Anyone?
No, so
no,
close.
but
so
good.
Close.
Thank you for the genre. You get an A for effort, but still no. But yes, but there was still a very good. You get to eat after, which is so. Thank you. So close. It was anyone? Bueller. Also, whoever said Bueller, by the way, you get to eat also. Not the right movie, but thank you.
That's not even the right genre.
It's not even the right genre.
But it's okay.
Would be more impressive if you
At least
said.
you're participating.
If you said, yes, that's good. So you could have said Bueller, and then what's the name he calls after that? You remember Bueller, Fry. What's the movie?
Keeping the Faith.
Keeping the faith. Keeping the faith. That's right, keeping the faith. Really, that was our entire service. So thank you for coming.
Thank you, Shabbat Shalom.
And Shabbat Shalom. It was just great to have you. I'm glad we had that conversation, and we're done. You did a great job, and we're done. Great. Super.
Let's eat.
I think Louis was like, really? Can we go? That was the whole thing? We've prepared all of this, and now I get to go? This is Cantor Muchnick over here. I'm Rabbi Keller. We are thrilled that you're with us on this Shabbat morning to celebrate Shabbat and to also, appreciate and hang out with this guy. Yeah. Louis, how are you?
Good.
Tell everyone in the microphone, how are you?
Good.
All right, good. It's good. Okay, excellent. Yay, Louis. Please reach under your seat. That's where the prayer books are. Reach right under your seat. Your prayer book should be there. If there's not one there, there's one really close to you. Maybe not under the seat you're at, but there's one maybe on the seat just to the right or left of you. When you grab those books, please make sure that you check the cover of those books and make sure that it says, first of all, Mishkan Tfilah on the cover. It should say Mishkan Tfilah on the cover in English. And also, it should say Shabbat. Just beneath it. If it says weekday and festival on your book, check your book. Make sure the front of your book doesn't say weekday and festival. If it does, don't use that one. Use the one that says Shabbat, because it is not a weekday, nor is it a festival. It is Shabbat, though. So please make sure you have the proper book. Hello on our live stream. We are live on our live stream as well, so hello to everyone out there. You can follow along with us also if you'd like to for every part of our service with our virtual prayer, but go to our website, CBI Boca, cbiboca.org, and at the top left corner it should say menu. After menu, press services, and after services, scroll down a little bit, and there'll be a button that says virtual prayer book. You'll know you're in the right place because there'll be a picture of the cantor. And so if you see a picture of the cantor, they're parallel to his face. Is the link for you to join us virtually. The prayer book that you're holding is nice because it has English in it and Hebrew in it and transliteration that is Hebrew with English letters. So that way you can pray with us and chant with us and read with us all at the same time throughout our service. But we can't continue the service until our bar mitzvah has his talit. So we're going to invite parents up to join us and present him with his talit as a bar mitzvah.
On this Shabbat, we rejoice in your coming of age in our tradition, as a symbol of your entrance and as a responsible member into the adult Jewish community. It is our honor to present you with this talit. This talit was purchased in Israel by Uncle Neil on a trip that he made a couple years ago, and we have the pleasure of going to Israel this summer to celebrate Louis's bar mitzvah. We're looking forward to that.
The tradition teaches us to put tzitzit, fringes, on the corners of our garments in every generation as a reminder to observe all of God's commandments.
Now, as a bar mitzvah, a child of the commandments, you are ready to make moral choices, to grow emotionally and intellectually, and to take responsibility for the mitzvot and your decisions.
Be holy unto your God. Bring blessings to our world, and may you bring to the household of Israel the same pride and joy
Naches,
that you bring to us.
Baruch Ata Adonai Eloheinu Melech Haolam Asher Kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehit atef batzitzi.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, שהחיינו וקיימנו והגיענו לזמן הזה. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, שהחיינו וקיימנו והגיענו לזמן הזה.
We are going to continue now with our service, now that our bar mitzvah has his talit, and it's a very nice talit. Who went to get it? Who went to get it? Oh, nice. Well done. And you're going to Israel this summer. Wow, thanks for inviting us. That's great. We'll be there. We'll be there. It'll be really great. It'll be, you got the, you got, I know, yeah. That's all right. We're going to continue on page 74 now, 74. We continue with our call to worship now, the Baruch Hu, which can be found on page 108. 108, and together we stand.
Lai, lai, lai.
continue now on pages 114, 115.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shem, Kevod Malchuto, Leolam Va'ed.
Please be seated. Now we continue on page 116.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך. וחיו הדברים האלה אשר נוחים אצלך היום על לבביך. ושמעת לבניך ודיברתם בם בשתיתך בביתך ובבטך בדרך, ושוכמך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, וחיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותי, והייתם קדושים ללכם. אני אדוני אליכם, אשר הוצאתיכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם אלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
Amen. That was very good. We continue with our Song of Redemption, Micha Mocha, page 122. We continue now with the Amidah on page 124, and together we stand.
Adonai Sefataf Tifta Ufi Yagitei Latecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Elohei Avotenu v'imotenu Elohei Avraham Elohei Yitzchak Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel Elohei Leah Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor ve'Hanoram El Elyon Gomel Chasadim Tovim Ve'konei Hakol Ve'zoher Hasdei Avot V'ima'ot Umevi Gigula Livnei V'neihem Lema'an Shemo Be'ahava Melech Ozer U'Moshiach U'Magen Baruch atah Adonai Magen Abraham V'Tzrat Sarah Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai V'chayei Akal Hatarav Le'Oshia Mashif harua umurid hagashem. Mechayel chayim v'chesed. Mechaye hakol berachamim ramim. Somech noflim v'rafeh cholim. Umatir asurim. Umekayem emunato lishenei afar michamocha ba'al gevurot umido melech memit umekayem umatzmi Yeshua v'ne'eman ata chayot hakol. Baruch atah Adonai mechayeh hakol.
We continue with the Kedusha 130.
נקדש את שמך בעולם, כשם שמקדישים אותו בשמי מרום, הכתוב על יד נביאך, וקרא זה על זה ואמר, קדוש, 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 אדוני צבאות, מלוך כל הארץ, כבודו. אדיר אדירנו אדוני, אדוננו מאדיר שמך בכל הארץ, ברוך כבוד אדוני במקומו. אנו אלוהינו, אבינו מלכנו, ומושיענו והוא ישמיענו, ברחמיו לעיני כל חי. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, ימלוך אדוני לעולם, אלוהיך ציון, לדור הדור. הללויה. לדור הדור אגיד גודלך, ולנצח נצחים קדושתך נקדיש, ושבחך אלוהינו מפינו לא ימוש לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש.
We take some time now for our own silent prayers, thoughts, meditations, beginning here on page 130, going through page 142. Whenever you're finished, please be seated. We are about to proceed into our Torah service, so you can start heading there with your pages. We're going at page 244. But now we're going to invite a whole lot of people to join us on the bima. So if I call your name right now, start heading up here. So if I call your name, start to come up, and we're going to go all the way up to the bima. If I call your name. So we're going to start with an obvious one. I think probably we should have Louis go up there. Yeah, that's a good idea. Probably Jill and Kevin are good options as well. You guys go up there. I think so. We'll need Allie and Isabel. Those are good options as well. You're going to go. And all the grandparents. So if you are a grandparent, come up. Not a grandparent in general. Grandparent to Louis. So thank you. Not inviting all grandparents up to the bima. Just if you're a grandparent to Louis.
Ein kamocha v'Elohim Adonai, ve'ein k'ma'asecha, malchutecha malchut kol olamim, u'memshaltecha bechol dor v'hador. Adonai melech, Adonai malach, Adonai yimloch le'olam va'ed, Adonai oz le'amo yitein, Adonai yivarech et amo v'shalom.
Please stand. The Torah is our holiest of doctrine. It's carried in the hands of our ancestors in good times and in bad times. It's kept us strong as a people, as a Jewish people. If we were dancing and celebrating in our homeland or even being persecuted, it didn't make a difference because this Torah connects us. It makes the Jewish people, and it connects deeply into the DNA of the Jewish people because it's passed from generation to generation to generation. That's how we keep Torah alive. As it's passed from grandparents to parents to children, this is how we make our connections. This is how the Jewish people stay strong. And so on this day, Louis, we pass the Torah to you from generation to generation to generation.
לדור ודור, לדור ודור, לדור ודור נגיד
We continue in the middle of page 248.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Echad Eloheinu, Gadol Adonenu, Gadol Shemo, Gadol Adonai iti, uneromema Shemo yachtav.
Please be seated. I know, it's too much. Well, Shabbat Shalom again. Shabbat Shalom. Great. Looks like Jill gets to eat later, and only Jill. There's no one else. Shabbat Shalom again. Oh, that's much better. We are going to hear some Torah right now from the bar mitzvah. He is going to be chanting some Torah for us directly from the Torah scroll. The Torah scroll itself has no markings whatsoever for any grammar or any trope. Trope, the little markings that give it a tune, but none of that is actually in the text. He is going to be chanting it, though, as if it is there, because he has been studying and practicing, and he knows what he's doing, right? Yes. He said, reluctantly, slightly. I'm just kidding. And so he'll be chanting from the Torah portion called Mishpatim. Looks like both he and the cantor are looking for the starting spot. So I'm going to continue talking to you, because this is why I'm a rabbi and I can just fill space with talking. And so I'm going to do that for the next 35 to 40 minutes until we actually start chanting Torah. So the Torah portion this week, again, is called Mishpatim. That means laws. And it's not just regular laws. They're laws that are discussable. They're discussable laws, as opposed to laws that are just strict laws that aren't discussable. There are two kinds of laws in the Torah. There are discussable laws like Mishpatim, this week's Torah portion, and laws that are called chukim, which is a fun word to say, by the way. Everyone say chukim. Nice, very good. That's very good. There's a lot of in there. And so chukim, those kind of laws are because I said so laws. How many people have ever experienced an I said so law before? Either you have said it yourself or someone has told it to you, and the answer is just because I said so. Right, so those are not these kinds of laws. It looks like they are prepared, and I am just still filling space, it looks like. Are you ready? Yeah. Louis is going to be chanting 4 sections of Torah. Each section is called an aliyah. Aliyah in Hebrew means to ascend or come up. So we'll be inviting people up to join us to do the readings preceding and following each section of Torah. If you want to follow along with the blessings, by the way, Torah blessings, they are on page 250 in your prayer books, if you'd like to follow along. And we'll be, like I said, inviting people up. 4 different sections, and so we're a pleasure to invite up our first aliyah, our first group, Eileen Rosengard and Howard Getlin. Yamdu Gelachaya bat Lebo vechana vechaim ben Yaakov v'malka Torah.
Baruch et Adonai Hambarach. Baruch et Adonai Hambarach Halam Va'ed.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam
Asher bahar banu mikol hamim. Natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Lo tisa shema shal alta shet yadcha imrasha liot et chamas. Lo tiye achari rabim l'ra'ot v'lo taneh al rim lintot achari rabim l'chatot v'da lo teda berivot ki tivka shor v'cha Ochamorot to'eh hashve teshivenu lo kirtir hamor shona acha rovetz tachat masao ve'aldalta mechazot lo azov ta'azov imo.
Baruch
atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emet v'chayolam nata b'tochenu Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen, amen. Just want to mention, by the way, that when we read Torah, we don't use our hands or our fingers onto the Torah scroll itself, because even though we might wash our hands over and over again, we still have some kind of oils in our hands, and we don't want to smudge the very gentle text that's in the Torah, and so we use something called a yad. Yad just means a hand, and so the synagogue, of course, has several. But as a bar mitzvah gift yesterday, Louis received his very own yad, so which he's using right now to read the Torah, and we hope he will use it for many years to come, starting next week when he's back reading Torah for us, and the week after, and the week after, and the week after, and then for the high holidays, and then the week after. Your mom said yes. So we've decided. So the only people who get a yad for their bar mitzvah or bat mitzvah have to read Torah for the next 7 weeks following their bar bat mitzvah. It's in the fine print. You signed it just now within your thing. So mazel tov, and thank you for coming back next week. Your mom just said okay, so that means it's happening. So, for the honor of the second Aliyah, we're going to invite your sisters up here. Alexandra Rosengard Hill and Isabel Cruz Hill. Tamod Esther Malka Bat Fegel Torah.
Baruch et Adonai Hamvorah. Baruch Adonai Hamvorah Leolam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech Haolam Asher Bahar Banu Mikol Ha'amim V'natan Lanu Et Torato. Baruch Atah Adonai Notin HaTorah. Amen. Lo Tateh Mishpat Yevancha Berivo Mivar Sheker Tircha Meraki V'tzadik Al Taro Ki lo atzdik rasha V'shochad lo tichach Ki hashochad yaver pikihim V'salev divrei tzadikim V'ger lo tilchatz V'atem Iritem et nefesh hager Ki gerim hayetem Be'eretz Mitzrayim. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Asher natan lanu Torah emet V'hayeh olam natap betohenu Baruch atah Adonai notin haTorah. Amen. Great job.
For the honor of the third Aliyah, we're going to bring your parents to join us up here. Jill and Kevin, Tamod, Fegel, Bat, Eliezer, Matis, Vegela, Chaya, Lalei Torah.
Baruch et Adonai Hamvorach.
Baruch Adonai Hamvorach Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamvorach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech Haolam Asher Bachar Banu Mikol Ha'amim V'natan Lanu Et Torato. Baruch Atah Adonai Noten HaTorah.
V'sheshanim tizra et artecha V'asafta et tevuata V'ashvi'it tishmetena untashta V'achlu evyonei amecha Ve'yiram tochal chayat hasadek kein ta'aseh lachramecha lezeitecha sheish et yamim ta'aseh ma'asecha u'vayom hashvi'i tishbot lema'an yanua shorcha v'chamorecha u'yinafesh ben amacha v'chager.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Asher natan lanu Torat emet V'chayei olam betat v'tlukeinu Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. For the honor of the fourth Aliyah, our bar mitzvah, Lewis Grant Hill. Woohoo! Ya'amod, Ya'amod, Ya'amod. Eliezer Matis Ben Fegel HaBar Mitzvah.
Baruch Adonai Hamvorah. Baruch Adonai Hamvorach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Adonai Eloheinu Melech Haolam. Asher Bachar Banu Mikol Ha'amim. V'natan Lanu Et Torato. Baruch Adonai Noten HaTorah. Amen. Upo Asher Amarti Alechem Tishameru V'shem Elohim Acherim Lo Taskiru Lo Yishama Al Picha Shalosh Regalim Tachogli Bashana Echag Hamatzot Tishmor Shivat Yamim Tocha Matzot Kaasher Tziviticha Lemoed Chodesh Haviv Kivod Yatzatza Mivitzrayim V'lo Yera Ufanai Rekam Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Asher natan lanu Torah emet V'chayei olam nata betochenu Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Amen.
Now we can hug and kiss again.
We are going to raise and dress the Torah now, so it's a pleasure to invite Neil Rosengard and Lisa Rosengard to join us up here on the Bima. We're on page 252 in your prayer books, 252 in the Siddur, and together we stand.
וזאת התורה אשר שם משה לפני בני ישראל על פי אדוני ביד משה. תורה, 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 ציווה לנו משה. תורה, 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 ציווה לנו משה. Torah, 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 tzivah lanu Moshe. Torah, 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 tzivah lanu Moshe. Torah, 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 tzivah lanu Moshe. Torah, 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 tzivah lanu Moshe. Torah, 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 tzivah lanu Moshe. Torah, 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 tzivah lanu Moshe.
We're going to continue now with chanting of the Haftarah, which will also be done by our bar mitzvah. I believe that we are hearing from the prophet Jeremiah. You can follow along if you like with the Haftarah blessings. They are on page 254. 254.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar b'nviim tovim v'ratzah v'divrechem hane'emarim be'emet. Baruch atah Adonai habocher b'torah uv'Moshe avdo uv'Yisrael amo Uvinviei ha'emet v'tzedek hadavar asher chaya el Yirmiyahu me'etz Adonai acharei kirot hamelech tzidkiyahu berit et kol ha'am asher b'Yerushalayim likro lachem doror l'shalah ish et avdo ve'ish et shikhato ha'ivri v'ha'ivriya hofshim levilti avod bam bihudi achichu ish vayishme'u kol hasarim v'chol hayat asher ba'u v'brit l'shalah ish et avdo ve'ish et shifchato hoshim levilti avod bam od vayishme'u vayishelehu Baruch Ata Adonai Eloheinu Melech HaOlam Tzor Kol Ha'olamim Tzadik Bechol Hadorot Ha'el HaNe'eman HaOmer Ve'oseh Hamdeber Umkayim Shekol Devarav Emet V'Tzedek Al HaTorah Ve'al Vodah Ve'al Hadvi'im Ve'al Yom HaShabbat Hazeh Shnatata lanu Adonai Eloheinu Litusha v'limnucha lechavod ultifaret al hakol Adonai Eloheinu anachnu modim la umvarchim ota yitbrach shimcha b'fi kol chaim tamid le'olam va'ed baruch ata Adonai mekadesh HaShabbat.
Simin tova, mazel tova, simin tova, mazel tova, simin tova, mazel tova, simin tova, yehelanu. Simin tova, mazel tova, simin tova, mazel tova, simin tova, mazel tova, simin tova, yehelanu.
Some good throwing. That was some good throwing. If you want some candy, by the way, you can get some. Go, come. You can come up here, seriously. This is candy time. Everyone has about 60 seconds of candy time. Go, go. 60 seconds of candy time. Candy time, go, go, go. 60 seconds, candy time. 60 seconds, candy time, candy time. Go, 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 candy time. 60 seconds, go ahead. Candy time, go, go, go. 60 seconds, candy time. Go, go. Candy time, candy time. 60 seconds, go, go, go. Candy, candy, candy. Good, 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 good. Candy, candy. Excellent. Well done.
Like locusts.
Yeah, that was awesome. Candy time, candy time. Nice. Very good. Totally. Excellent. Excellent. What you're about to hear are some fabulous, incredible words from our bar mitzvah. He is going to share these words very slowly. He is going to share these words emphatically. He is going to share these words not as if he is reading from a page, but as if they are coming from his soul. And he is going to take his time, and he is not going to rush, because he, like all of us, have nowhere else to be right now than this space right here. So when he is completed with said slow, thoughtful words of Torah, you're going to be moved to applause, but it's a synagogue and not a show. So in lieu of clapping, you'll give him a big hand instead. So let's practice big hand. Excellent, just like that. And so now he's going to share these words with us, as I mentioned, slowly, thoughtfully, and meaningfully.
Laws. What are laws? Some laws can be good, and some laws can be harmful. We have to learn the rules and follow them. The Torah portion this week is called Mishpatim. Translated, Mishpatim means rules. In this portion, God had just given Moses the 10 Commandments. After Moses comes down from Mount Sinai, he tells the people many detailed rules. These include basic rules like do not murder, do not steal, and do not bear false witness. But it also has specific ones, like if an ox kills someone, it shall be put to death. But if an ox is known for killing and has done it multiple times, both the ox and the owner shall be put to death. Ooh, harsh. It talked about how not to curse your guard or the leader of your people. The passage details the rules about enslaved people, bearing in mind the dignity of slaves, that slaves are to be set free after 6 years of service or immediately if their owner injures them. And the passage also recalls the Israelite slavery in Egypt to remind the people to not mistreat strangers, widows, and orphans among them. Treat people with empathy. Finally, this portion also outlines the punishment for crimes, including an eye for an eye, and death for murder, kidnapping, and insulting your parents. The statement to remember to treat strangers from a strange land with empathy is repeated 36 times in the Torah. So why are these rules essential to follow, pass down, and live by even today? They are important because without rules and consequences for breaking the rules, we would live in chaos, and people and animals could be harmed. Without checks and balances, some people in power could abuse their privilege, create harmful laws, and use their power for evil. As an African American Jew, both sides of my family have endured slavery, hardship, and discrimination. My great-grandfather, Paul Lewis, who I'm named for, was most likely this grandson of a slave and her owner. Laws were not changed for almost 200 years in America to give blacks the same rights as other Americans. A total lack of empathy and dignity for my people. Arnold Hirsch was born in Germany in 1927 and died during the Holocaust. I want to honor his memory by sharing this special day with a boy who did not get to experience becoming a bar mitzvah on his own. In November, when we visited my sister Isabel in Washington, D.C., we visited the U.S. Holocaust Museum. One of the most impactful visits is the thousands of shoes belonging to Jewish children and adults left behind when they were sent to concentration camps, victims of horrible laws and regulations put in place by the Nazis. This impacted me. It also connected me because I've noticed that many people in this county cannot get shoes or cleats for sports games or just school. This is why I decided to partner with an organization called Jacob's Shoes for my Bar Mitzvah project. I've raised over $2,500 and collected over 60 pairs of shoes. Kids in our area will soon have clean, almost new shoes to give them confidence in their dignity. My Bar Mitzvah experience has taught me that we must be empathetic to the difficulties strangers experience. I wanted to thank Neil Marcus for tutoring me this past year on my Torah and Haftorah. Thank you to Rabbi Keller and Cantor Muchnick for the guidance and support through this journey. I appreciate the kindness of my Hebrew teacher, Mira Davis. Of course, I want to thank my parents. Mom and Dad, I love you. I appreciate all that you do for me and helping me get to this point. Thanks to my sisters, Allie and Isabel, for almost always being there for me. And thank you to my grandparents, Bubby and Papa Howie, Grandmommy and Cameron, and Granddaddy for all your love and support. And thanks for all of you for being here today with my family and me. Shabbat Shalom.
That's very good and a little fast. But it was very good. It was really, really good. Yeah. I thought it was excellent. There's another piece of candy here. Now you get to eat it. There you go. No, we have another hour and a half of the service to go. Just kidding. Just kidding. We are going to invite some people to share some words for us about a prayer for we're going to invite a prayer for peace now, actually, and then we're going to have a prayer for our country and then a prayer for Israel. So first, we're going to invite up Dr. George Hill to share with us the words and our prayers for peace.
Shalom. This has been a very special time. I've waited a long time and anticipated a long time to be here today. I helped Louis during the bris when he was circumcised 8 days after he was born, and I'm at his bar mitzvah. So it's just a special time. This is a prayer for peace. Grant us peace, your most precious gift, O eternal source of peace, and give us the will to proclaim its message to all the people of the earth. Bless our country as a safeguard of peace, its advocate among the nations. May commitment reign within our borders, health and happiness within our homes. Strengthen the bonds of friendship and fellowship among all the inhabitants of our world. Plant virtue in every soul. And may the love of your name hallow every home and every heart. Praised are you, Adonai, who blesses your people with peace. Baruch atah Adonai, and Baruch et Omo, Yis Israel, Bashalom.
We're inviting him back every week too, by the way. It was beautiful. We're going to invite now Yvette Smith to join us for the prayer for our country, and we're going to invite Enid Kaufman and Sherry Miranda for the prayer for Israel. You can follow along with both of those, by the way, on 258 and 259. Sure, you can say it. 258 and 259.
Thus says Adonai, this is what I desire, to unlock the fetters of wickedness, untie the cords of lawlessness, to let the oppressed go free, to break off every yoke. Share your bread with the hungry, and let the wretched pour into your home. When you see the naked, give clothing, and do not ignore your own kin. If you banish the yoke from your midst, the menacing hand, the evil speech, if you offer compassion to the hungry and satisfy the famished creature, then your light shall shine in darkness. O guardian of life and liberty, may our nation always merit your protection. Teach us to give thanks for what we have by sharing it with those who are in need. Keep our eyes open to the wonders of creation and alert to the care of the earth. May we never be lazy in the work of peace. May we honor those who have died in defense of our ideals. Grant our leaders with wisdom and forbearance. May they govern with justice and compassion. Help us all to appreciate one another, to respect the many ways that we may serve you. May our homes be safe from affliction and strife, and our country be sound in body and spirit. Amen.
Amen.
I do want to say I'm so proud of my nephew, and he embodies the compassion that we just prayed for our country, and I look forward to the wonderful things he'll do.
Want me to? Oui. Shalom, Yerushalayim. Pray, you read it.
Pray for the peace of Jerusalem. May those who love you prosper.
And then we'll just go down here.
O Heavenly One, protector and redeemer of Israel, bless the state of Israel, which marks the dawning of hope for all those who seek peace.
Shield it beneath the wings of your love. Spread over it the canopy of your peace. Send your light and truth to all who lead and advise, guiding them with your good counsel.
Establish peace in the land and fullness of joy for all who dwell there. Amen.
Yay.
We're very proud of him.
We are going to return the Torah to the Ark. And so we are on page, 256. 256 of Return the Torah to the Ark. And it is a pleasure to invite up Robin and Neil Rosengard, Logan and Madison, and Lisa and Michael Lawyer, and Jalen. Come on up. We're on page 256. And together we stand.
Yehalelu et Shem Adonai ki niskav shemo levado hodo al eretz v'shamayim vayarem keren le'amo Hallelujah. You may be seated.
I think at this point, probably, your parents might want to say something to you. What do you think? Yeah, so let's have them come up and share a couple of words with you, probably, since they are fond of you, is my guess. I think they're probably fond of you. I want to share some words with you. Hold on, let me clean up all the wrappers. You have this mic and this mic. All right, used them both, yes. Okay.
Luckily, Lewis didn't use all his time, so I'll reclaim some of that. First, wasn't that amazing? Like, seeing him. It reminded me of my bar mitzvah about 40 years ago when we...
Yeah.
Right? All right, first. Lewis, I am just so proud of you and what you've accomplished. First and foremost, I want to thank Jill for all the hard work that she put into this entire weekend without a planner. She organized everything, and I mean everything, to make this extremely special for Lewis and everyone. I also want to thank Jill for teaching Lewis and Allie how important his Jewish education really is. It really shows by how well he did. Lewis, I hope you continue throughout your life to grow with this Jewish experience. We were here, believe it or not, almost 3 years ago. And none of us could have imagined that 10 days later, the entire world would shut down and change with the pandemic. We were so lucky, when you think about it, that we didn't have some sort of crazy super spreader event, right? We were all here, right? No masks, nothing, dancing, drinking. And everyone in this room over the last three years has gone through a lot. But as my late coach and mentor told me one night, when I called him complaining and woke him up, a little bit more expletive filled probably, but he said, there's one pie of hell in this world, and everyone has a slice. Is yours proportional, or do we have a little bit less than a lot of other people have that are out there? So even with everything that's gone on, I always remember that my slice of that pie is much, much smaller than what the proportionality should be. You know, I'm not afraid to say that I love all my kids equally, but I relate to them differently. And each one of mine is very, very different. Before I say a few words of how proud I am of Lewis, I want to take this opportunity that none of my kids have their phone in their hand and they have to actually listen to me, and some of the other kids here as well. I want to take this opportunity in front of my family, friends, and God to say how proud I am of his two big sisters. They always gave him a hard time, but loved him even more, which has molded him. I'm so proud of Isabel. Isabel is much more like her mom, thank God. Loving, caring, but cautious. She probably had the worst of these last 3 years, lost the second semester of her senior year in graduation, and had to do her entire first semester of college at home. But she stuck with it through thick and thin, and is a second semester junior right now, and on track to go to medical school after graduation. I love you very much, Isabel. I am so proud of Allie. She will hate to hear me repeat this, but she's the most like me. Creates for some fun times in the house. She knows what she wants, and she will go and get it no matter what it takes. She's never afraid to try anything or push back on everything, which makes for some really interesting times. She had it similarly tough being a teenage girl and went to a new school and a complete lockdown. Amazingly, she actually expanded her academic and athletic interests during the pandemic. She's taking like 8 AP classes out of 7 somehow, and has started and this year she actually started in 3 varsity sports as a freshman. I only did 2, sweetie. She has grown more than me in the last few years, and I thank you for all the hard work you have put into our relationship. I love you. Now, to the young man of the day. Yes, man, now. He seems to be a perfect blend of the best qualities of Joe and I wanted to think about what I was the most proudest of Lewis. Is it that he is so tall, handsome, skinny, and intelligent? I think everyone knows where he gets that from. His mom. Then I thought, well, we all were at one time, right? Then I thought I was the proudest for on his own, he decided he wanted to do Taekwondo, and now he's a black belt. Or that he plays the drums now, plays in a band, performance, and plays at school. Both of those I never asked him to do once, and I never did. But when I see him compete or perform, I couldn't be more proud. Then I really thought about it, and I knew which one it was. I've coached almost every team except lacrosse that Lewis has played. And for every other sport, I was always preparing for him for when he would start playing tackle football. And this year, he finally did. I coached the defense. He was defensive end. And we were in a game when we were up by a few points. And the other team was driving, and they had 1 play left to score a touchdown to win the game. They actually scored, and they had a penalty. They called it back, so they had 1 more play. They called a timeout, and I went on the field, and I looked at him right in the eye and told him he had to get the quarterback and sack him like we talked about and practiced for all of those years. They snap the ball, he dips his shoulder, blows past the offensive lineman, and he just destroys the quarterback. And we win the game. I ran on the field. I still get choked up by this. I ran on the field, and he jumped into my arms, and at that moment I realized he actually did listen all those years. I saw how he worked so much harder than I ever did, and he'll be great at whatever he does. And that was supposed to be the end of my speech. But then something happened these last few months. I never thought I would say this, that I'd be prouder than that sack. I saw how hard he was working on this day. He was learning to read those scribbly lines on the page and not speaking them, but singing them while he was sometimes doing 3 sports at a time, school and band. And then the moment happened. He put out 300 Post-its on mailbox about his project, asking people to donate money and shoes, and letting them know he put a box at the clubhouse to collect them. A day or 2 later, he was with his friend, and they had gone to the clubhouse to play basketball or something. And he FaceTimed me. He has never FaceTimed me ever.
That's because you didn't have an iPhone.
Oh, that's because I didn't have an iPhone too, right? And in a joyous voice, he yelled, "Look, Dad, people put shoes in the box." And he turned the camera so I could see. He was so happy about what he had started. That was the moment when I was the proudest of him, and that he had dedicated hours to this very worthy cause. Lewis, I am so proud for what you have done for this day and for Jacob's Shoes. I hope that, like Taekwondo and music, the charitable bug has bitten you, and that you use all of your abilities to find ways to give back to the Jewish and African American communities. I love you, son. Congratulations on your bar mitzvah.
I should have gone first. No. That was beautiful. Mine is the synopsis version. Lewis, you were magnificent today, and I am so very proud of you. And in the Jewish tradition, we say kvelling. I'm kvelling for you. I never doubted your capabilities or your intentions for a minute, since you are always such a rock-steady, confident kid. I can't believe you're 13. Next week, 13, but you're there. Because I've really envisioned this day for so long, just as we hoped and wished and prayed for you and your birth. You were a long shot. The doctor told us that we had less than a 2% chance that we would have another child, because I was really old. But we are so blessed and grateful that you were born a healthy boy. Louis, you've grown into an intelligent, thoughtful, and compassionate individual who makes us proud every day. Your love of learning, your interest in science and technology, and your kindness towards others are just a few of the qualities that make you so very special. I'll list a couple others. A few attributes include your grit and determination, your passion for sports, your love of virtual reality and gaming. And I love that you set goals and you achieve them, as you did when you earned your black belt in Taekwondo. The work you put into your bar mitzvah and your mitzvah project was just incredible. Just look at the impact that you're able to make in the lives of other kids. Your effort, your preparation, your diligence, and the ease with which you accomplished it all is super impressive. So as you become a bar mitzvah, you also take on new responsibilities in our home. I'll give you the list of chores when we get home. In our faith and in our community. Remember always, Louis, to be a good person. As your Torah portion taught you, always treat others, especially strangers, with respect, kindness, and empathy. And don't ever forget who you are. Your roots, where you come from, and the values that we hold dear. I know that my father, Larry, your Zadie, is beaming and smiling down on all of us today. We gave you his Hebrew name, Eliezer Matis, and I hope you will always honor his memory as you did today. And I hope you will embody his core attributes of family, integrity, honesty, love, and community. I want to take this opportunity to thank everyone who's here today for all your love and support for Louis and for our family. I want to thank Rabbi and Cantor. Thank you for all your leadership and your support. You make us feel very welcome here, and we appreciate it. To my husband, Kevin, who's been my rock and my partner throughout this journey, thank you for your love and your lasting commitment to raising Jewish children and having a Jewish home, and for being the amazing father that you are. Allie and Isabel, I'm so in awe of the beautiful, smart women that you both are, and I love you. Louis, I'm proud of the man that you've become, and I cannot wait to see all that you will accomplish in the years to come. May you continue to grow in wisdom, compassion, and strength, and may God watch over you and bless you, and may God watch over you and bless you always. I love you very much. Mazel tov. There'll be one more hour of service after that.
That was really nice. They're really nice, your parents. They're very nice. Did you know that, yeah? They're very nice. And they spoke so beautifully. Really beautiful. We want to give you a couple of gifts on behalf of the congregation. You want some gifts? Yeah, everyone wants some gifts. So not just from us, but it's all the gifts are on behalf of the congregation. So we have our vice president of our congregation. He's the vice president of membership, actually, here at Congregation B'nai Israel. His name is Gil Kaminer, And he is here, probably walking over here right now as we speak. Is he? Yeah, he's walking over here. I'm not even looking, and I think that he's walking over here right now. And he's going to present you, oh, there's Gil. Hey, Gil. And he's going to present you with a bunch of stuff on behalf of the board of directors at Congregation B'nai Israel. And he has lots of stuff for you. So he has that for you. He has this for you. He has this for you. And he has this for you on behalf of the board and the congregation.
My favorite thing so far, by the way, is that you ate the candy after they threw it at you. That was the highlight for me. Louis, it is my pleasure and privilege to represent B'nai Israel's Board of Trustees in wishing you, your parents, and your entire family a hearty mazel tov. Your CBI family knows how very hard you've worked to make this special day happen, and we are so incredibly proud of your achievement. And by the way, I'm not just here as a member of the board. I'm here because I'm a fan of the Hill family. I am. This day is only the beginning of your Jewish journey. We encourage you to continue in our high school, to participate in confirmation, and to become active in our youth group, Alley 2. Today you are called to the Torah, and you have taken your place as a full member of the Jewish community. With that come obligations and responsibilities, as well as privileges and gifts. On behalf of Congregation B'nai Israel Sisterhood, I present you with this Kiddush cup. That's this one, Kiddush cup. When you use this gift, we hope that you will always think of this milestone in your life. In addition, the Brotherhood would like to present you with this book as a special memento for you to enjoy for years to come. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, I am pleased to present you with your very own copy of the Torah. Great gift so far, right? Inscribed with your name and today's date for you to use as you continue on your Jewish journey. Last is your certificate, signed by the clergy, officially commemorating the completion of your bar mitzvah. You did it. Again, we wish you and your family mazel tov. Mazel tov.
Let's open them. Let's see what's in there. Yeah. I mean, he told you, but let's just see. Yes. He was Allie's teacher. How was he a good teacher? Well, you have to say it yes now because we're in front of everybody, and he's standing here, he's sitting here. Right? But yeah, what'd you get? Well, I know what you got, but let's see it. I'm excited about it. Let's see. There's a lot of wrapping. Yes, and? Ooh. Ah, nice. Oh, here's a beautiful Kiddush cup. It's actually a very pretty Kiddush cup. It's very nice, actually. I should get one of these myself. These are really nice. This is yours from the sisterhood. I say this very often, by the way, that both Cantor Muchnick and myself, when we are under the chuppah, under the wedding canopy, with the couples that we marry, you're supposed to say Kiddush underneath the chuppah. Actually, you do it twice, and so we're not rushing you, by the way, to get married by any sense at all. However, a lot of people actually use their bar bat mitzvah Kiddush cup under the chuppah when they share the wine. So, right? Yes? Yeah, it happens all the time. So you hold on to it, hope that you use it for Shabbat, for holidays, and then one day, someday, the wedding. But not now. All right, good. What's that? What'd you get?
A book, I think.
It is a book. Well done. It is a book.
It's really good wrapping.
It's good wrapping. It's very good wrapping. Yes, good. What is it?
The fastest kid on the block.
So the fastest kid on the block, and it is a story, I believe, of a football player, and So first of all, I want you to know that all the books are chosen by Peter Davidson, who is Mira Davidson's husband. And you mentioned her name in your speech. And so they love all B'nai Mitzvah who are here, but he particularly and she particularly adore you. And so not only do you have this book, but he wanted to make sure that you had this literal book, this one sitting right here, because it is actually autographed by the author. Yes, so he wanted you to have this actual copy because he has this book that is autographed, and he wanted you to have his copy of this book because it's autographed by the author. So it's a very, very significant book. So we hope that you'll have a chance to read it. It's a really, really, really interesting book. So I wanted to make sure that you heard about that. This is a copy of the Torah. There's your name, like we said. All the stuff is on there. Yes, February 18th. That's good. All right, excellent, nice. All right, now I got to talk to you. Everyone, sit back and relax. At least 20 minutes of me talking to you now. Just kidding. I'm a big fan of the concept that you don't pick your Torah portion, it picks you. And I think that this is a perfect fit. I think that your parents spoke beautifully about you, connected you to Torah, to the Torah portion, to the work that you did and your mitzvah project to collect all those shoes. And we read the Torah portion called Mishpatim, and Mishpatim mean laws, but as I mentioned before, they're laws that are malleable. You can maneuver them and change them, and you can push up against them. And so from what we know about you a little bit and what your dad and what your mom said about your sort of drive, that really nothing stops you, I really hope that you will take that personal drive that you have and attach it to the Torah portion of the idea that there are laws that exist, but those laws can be maneuvered and changed, particularly when we're trying to help people. And right, that we have a voice in how laws can change. We have the power to change laws when we do it together. And these are the kind of laws that we're able to change. I'm saying this because you're in 7th grade, yes? No, 6th. Oh, you're in 6th grade. You're in 6th grade, that's right. So we have a couple of years. But so in the 10th grade at Congregation B'nai Israel, because you're not leaving here ever between now and then, but in 10th grade, we take our students to Washington, D.C. to go and lobby. That you know what lobby is? Not the room you come into when you first run into a house, or a room. It's a lobby. But to lobby meaning to give your own thoughts and ideas, or an organization's ideas, into the government. And so we bring students to lobby and to talk about things that are important in the Jewish world to congressmen and senators, to the Congress and to senators. And so I want all of us to remember this moment, because I really hope that in the 10th grade, you will come back to this bima and talk about how your Torah portion this week is about Mishpatim, and that we want to hear what your voice sounds like starting now. What are you going to say, and what are you going to do to help change the world with your voice, with your actions, with what you do, with the fact that you decided and noticed that people needed sneakers, so you did it. You did it, you motivated yourself, you found joy in it, you were so excited that there were shoes in there, so what's the next step, right? What is the next step that you're going to take now as a bar mitzvah to make and fix and change the world? And that's a big amount of pressure on your shoulders that you have to do this. But I think you can do it. I think of all people, I think that you can do it. And I think that all these people, see them? They're all going to look at you now. See that they're all kind of smiling at you, all of them? See, they're all kind of smiling and nodding. Some of them are nodding. So are any of them nodding? Yeah, good. So good. Yeah, thanks. They're nodding because I asked them to. That these people are positive that it can be you that's going to make changes in the world, that you're going to be the one who's so motivated, and you're going to be the one who says, all right, I see these laws, they're fine, or we need new laws, new systems, new things in place. What are we going to do? How are we going to take these action? And we really hope that you'll do that just in general, but also we'll be able to honor that and notice it even more when we take you in 10th grade to Washington, D.C., and you can actually sit in the office of a congressperson or the office of a senator and say, listen to me, because this is what I think we should be doing. It's pretty impressive. So you think you can take all that on your shoulders? Yeah, I think you can too. I really do. And if it's okay with you now, we'd like to give you a nice blessing. You want a little blessing from us? Great. He said sure. That's good. So we're going to invite your sisters and your parents to join us on the bima. That's the best part. This is the point. This is my favorite part. Is it's just this. So it's nicer than what's that place called? Bolero. Check the place out. Is there a good game on tonight? Come on over. Yeah. Oh yeah, this is awesome. Okay, we'll do some blessings now. We might as well include them. Cool. Please stand.
Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha.
May God bless you and protect you.
Yair Adonai panav elecha v'yichuneka.
May God's presence shine upon you and be gracious to you.
Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom.
may God's presence be with you all the days of your life and grant you peace. As together we all say, Amen. Amen. We remain standing and turn to page 282 in our Sidurim, 282, as we begin to conclude our service with Aleinu.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצא בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא, ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד.
We transition our thoughts to Kaddish Yatom, to Mourner's Kaddish. We think in the period of Shloshim, the immediate 30-day mourning period of Brooke Fernandez, Irving Goldfarb, and Natalie Siegel. Prior to our Yortzites this week here at CBI, family asked to mention a few people that we are thinking of in this moment. Larry Rosengard, Linda Hare Hill, Joseph and Lillian Rosengard, Ann Tossi, Louis Sherman, Ruth and William Hill, Jane and Paul Lewis. Those names now we think of for our Yortzites here this week at Congregation B'nai Israel: Nathan Ackerman, Sylvia Gertrude Applebaum, Solomon Barr, Arthur Kahn, Martha Edelman, Barry Garfield, Louis Gershon, Robert Herskowitz, Sheldon Kaplan, Abner M. Kalowitz, Gertrude Kleeman, Edward A. Cormel, Fanny Krimsky, Edith Lean, Belle Ogaz, Saul Plotnick, Irving Polarstock, Sarah Ryder, Teresa Schwartz, Jean Sayre, Lottie Sider, Stanley Spielvogel, Arthur Tools, Sherry Wagner, Mort Weiner. To those names, we had any name that you would like to add at this time. Mourner's Kaddish, Kaddish Yatom, can be found on page 294. Yitgadal v'yikadash shmei Rabbah, ve'alma divrach riuteh ve'amlich malchuteh, b'chayechon v'yomechon v'chaye d'chol beit Yisrael, ba'agala v'zman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevorach le'olam olmei olmaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ah v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitale v'yitala shmei d'kudusha brichu. לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, דם מאירן בעלמה ואמרו אמן. יהי שלום רבה מן שמיה, חיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו amen. May the one who creates harmony on high bring peace to us and to all Israel, as together we say amen. Prior to our closing song, we want to be able to do a little Kiddush and Motzi. So we're going to invite the family back over to that corner right there so that we can do Kiddush and Motzi together.
Thank you for the gift of the Kiddush cup, but we have a very special Kiddush cup for today. This Kiddush cup is my mom's father's mother's Kiddush cup, and everyone in our family has used it either for a wedding or a bar or bat mitzvah.
Amen. Three something, I don't know.
They're eating, but we're going to conclude on page 341. 341. 341.
shall be a blessing. You shall be a blessing.
Adonai oz la'amo yiten, Adonai varech et amo v'shalom. May God give strength unto our people. Continue to bless us with hope and strength and love and peace. Mazel tov and Shabbat shalom, everybody. Shabbat shalom.